everyone, welcome back to Real Life. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you enjoy these vintage episodes, hit the like button. That helps promote them to like-minded viewers like yourself. Subscribe and you'll be notified of new episodes. Members get early previews 1 to 2 weeks in advance. There's something new and different every weekend. If you're interested in vintage films and videos of the Okanagan, there are hundreds of episodes waiting for you to discover. Some as far back as the 1940s. You can find them on the interactive map guide located in the details below. Today's episode isn't the usual 50 to 70-year-old vintage 16mm film I usually post, but rather a vintage video, 33 years to be exact, a third of a century ago, of a wander around Vernon when the city had a population of just 23,000 people, about half of today. There's plenty of changes to note. Kal Beach is pretty much the same, but the hillsides above parts of West Kal Road were still undeveloped. The Second World War constructed barracks at Vernon Military Camp, home to Vernon Army Cadet Camp, still had their siding from the 1950s and 70s. Major refurbishment projects were still 2 decades away. I've removed the sound as music was being played that I do not have the rights or clearances for. As most locals know, the cadet camp has been in operation every summer since 1949, with about 1,000 cadets attending each summer for up to 6 weeks of training. These teenage cadets come from all across Western Canada. If you've been on a camp in the past year, you'll note the numerous changes since 1991.
Find anyone in there?
Driving down a hill on Highway 97, Vernon Jubilee Hospital did not yet have its second tower. Episode 800 features the identical footage captured another 33 years earlier. The Village Market in 1958 was a much smaller store. The Vernon Motel is long gone. The highway had not yet been made wider at the bottom of the hill to accommodate the expanded Highway 6 intersection. Polson Park still had magnificent tall trees gracing its western edge, and the 1909 constructed grandstand still stood. Coming back to the 1958 footage, one can see the remarkable changes in that 33-year period. Those trees in Polson Park were a little shorter. Highway 6 did not yet exist. nor did the Noka Milk Building, which would already be gone by 1991. The railway tracks still crossed the highway on their way to Okanagan Landing. And of course, the Vernon Fruit Union packing plant still stood. The Texaco service station may be unfamiliar to some, as the brand has been gone since 1989. Sigalet Brothers in 1958 operated out of the Esso station. With so little traffic, one could still park on the roadway. Episode 800 is a fan favorite, and I intend to rescan it when the new 4K machine arrives in a few weeks. And back to 1991 we return. The old packing plant has been replaced by the new mall. Sigalet Brothers Dodge dealership still has residency, and the Shell Motel's neon sign still stands. A banner proclaiming the annual Vernon Racing Days at Kin Park hung over the main intersection. BC Transit's Orion buses were still common. These Ontario-built buses were in operation until the late 1990s. The colloquially named Suicide Hill was now eastbound only. Storefront neon lighting the avenue. Klaus Tribes operated the Boston Pizza, a favorite haunt for many folks. I have fond personal memories of enjoying pizza there with friends in the late 1970s. I believe he was one of the early franchise members. A well-known and much-respected citizen, Klaus would later serve on city council. Looking south, the telephoto lens shows the steepness of Highway 97 as it descends the hill from the military camp. The former Boston Pizza location is now home to a pretty cool used record store. This mural on the west wall of Fermanagh Jewelers was nearing completion. Okanagan Spring Brewery was established in 1985, and their plant would grow in the years to come. CP Rail still operated trains to Vernon, along with Canadian National Rail. A visit to the fire hall allowed an opportunity to look at Engine 79, a classic antique open cab 1951 Bickle Seagrave 400A that was still operational at this time, though mostly for special events. It was constructed by the Bickle Seagrave Company in Woodstock, Ontario, and was shipped to Vernon by train in 1951. And there you have it, a brief wander around Vernon, a third of a century ago. You can look forward to more BC Vintage Film episodes to come, and beginning in 2025, in 4K resolution. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters, members, donors, and subscribers. It's a pleasure producing these fascinating little vignettes for you. If you really enjoyed it, hit the thanks button, as this will contribute to the 4K film scanner that arrives this December. With your generous support, the 4K upgrade project will be a reality this January, Have a great day, be kind, and we'll see you again next time on Real Life.